My name's Gillian, and in Belong To I'm a youth facilitator, part of a panel of youth facilitators, and basically our role is to design workshops and lead workshops and welcome new people into the group. I've been involved with Belong To almost 3 years now. I joined in the summer of 2008, and I joined Belong To because, well, basically I was struggling to come to terms with my sexuality, and I found their website. And I decided, God, that looks great, and I was within the right age group, and I thought, yeah, go on, I'll go for it. So I waited for a weekend that my folks were away, so there'd be no questions as to where I was going on a Sunday. And I popped along to the first meeting, and it was just incredible. I was there for 3 hours, and I decided, yeah, this is something I really want to be involved with. What made me want to get involved on an extra level was that I was in Belong To about 2 or 3 months, and I kind of felt, there was an opening coming up for new youth facilitators, and I thought, I've seen the work that the youth facilitators have done, and it'd be amazing to give back to Belong To and do this kind of thing. I'd never really done anything in that sort of role before. I'd been a prefect in school, and I'd worked with young people before, but it just seemed so different and so fresh, and you were given so many responsibilities, and so I thought that's a fantastic way to give back to the group that's given me so much. The most rewarding part of being involved in Belong To is probably just seeing happy young faces, really. Seeing people come in at first, and people who've been confused or felt they were alone, and seeing the positive impact that it has on lives. And the friendships are fantastic as well. It's almost like a family in here.
She always gets involved, and it's not that she always has a say, but usually it's like if you listen to her, she actually makes sense. And also she volunteers. I mean, she's a student now where I volunteer, and Jesus, what she's like with young people is unreal. She's just, she's a great woman, and the work she's done and Belong To, and the college work she's doing as well, like she's a strong, confident woman, and you're just watching her like, damn, she's great.
The biggest difference I see in young women who participate in any of the projects that we've led is just confidence and happiness, and just seeing that we're the girls who are involved. We're 3 young women, and we're no different to anyone else who joins in Belong To, no different to any other young LGBT woman, and just for them to see that we've done this and we've done it for them, and they're so amazingly appreciative, and they just feel fantastic afterwards. It is really seeing those happy faces and the memories that have been created. I think probably the biggest issue that is lesbian and trans specific is invisibility, and the fact that it's very much silenced or ignored if you're lesbian or trans. I think Ireland has come a long way in dealing with issues and dealing with stuff like bullying and mental health and things that every young woman will deal with. But there's very few lesbian and trans specific things that go on, so invisibility is definitely a huge problem. Really, I think activism is activism, and young lesbian and trans activists can play their part in other campaigning roles, like with women's rights. The skills transfer over. I mean, once you've started being active in a certain community and being vocal about your opinions, it's a lot easier to transfer over and to combat other issues that you can see happening.
Just being absolutely amazing, working alongside her, seeing her develop, seeing her go to such a strong woman, seeing her to develop, to lead campaigns, to apply for funding, to do presentations in front of professionals in Dublin Castle, 150 people, professionals there, and for her to stand up and engage them, and they were blown away by her as well. So it's just been a really, really valued experience.
There are so many fantastic leaders out there, and there are fantastic male leaders, but the only people who are going to put women's issues first are women. We're the only people who are going to continually fight and fight and fight and keep going and have the interests of women at heart. And I think young women need to stand up and take this role on themselves, because it's such a satisfying thing to do, and it feels incredible to know that you're helping other young women and you're not standing by and waiting for someone else to do it.